good, Booyah Nation? I'm your boy Double A9 Skills, and it's the weekend, which means Foot Championship is here. It's the sweaty, it's the freaking action-packed competitive game mode that we all hate but love so much at the same time. Now, the last 2 weekends when I posted and told you guys where I was, you guys said, Skills, can you hit us with some gameplay? We want to see how you're doing it. So I'm about to give you guys 12 of my first 12 games, and I've actually played a little bit beyond it. Right now, I'm actually in the top, I think I'm 21 in the world at the moment, and I don't know exactly how many games I have played, but I haven't really lost that much, which is pretty cool. Either way, 12 games coming at you right now. As I said, I am like 21 in the world, so we're back in the top 20, which is pretty damn cool. But this weekend, I came into it with a different strategy. See, you saw my mega team, so I got Weah and Aubameyang up top, and today I want to talk about my strategy, and there's also a topic I really want to get into with you guys, and it's competitive FIFA. I want to talk about that in just a second, and when I talk about it, I don't want anyone to think I'm taking shots at the FIFA pros, or I'm actually going to talk in favor of the FIFA pros, because FIFA competitive scene is something I've always wanted to see massive. Anyways, let's talk about something really quickly, okay? I went into this weekend. Last weekend, I was getting so frustrated at the game because I was out possessioning my opponents. I was out shooting my opponents. I was out everything my opponents, but I was losing games. As you guys know, I did rank Elite last weekend, Elite 3. So this weekend's goal was Elite 2 or Elite 1. Simple, right? You always want to go up. So I want to get Elite 2 or Elite 1, and the only way that's possible is to go on a pretty big win streak. So with that being said, I didn't want to play the possession football again. All week I practiced just letting my opponent have the ball and beat them on the counter with Weah and Aubameyang. Now you can do this with Lukaku and Musa. You can do this with Musa and Sterling if you are Sturridge or Sterling, whoever you have. Just use really pacey players, and I let my opponent have the ball, and I would hit him on the counter and play really sweaty, as you see right here. A through pass in the 71st minute in the second game of my 12 that we're about to show, and I get around the defender, I finesse it, and we're up 1-0 late in the game, and that was my goal, to defend well, hit a person on the counterattack, and see if I would be less frustrated playing like this. Regardless, that was my strategy going into this week. Last weekend I played for possession. The first 2 weeks I played for possession. I got elite with it. This week I try to play more of a sweaty, really counter-attacking football and see if I can place as elite as well, which this is not my game style. This is not the way I play, but I just tried a different tactic this week to see if I could place higher. So with that being said, I want to talk to you about FIFA, okay? I love FIFA, and I could sit here and try to sell FIFA to I'm not going to. Yes, I'm a FIFA YouTuber. Yes, I should talk good about the game because this is my job. But there's certain things that must be said. The game is amazing. Point blank period. It's the funnest FIFA I've ever played because they've added so much. Squad builder, challenges, foot champions. There's a lot going on. But the problem with the game is a few things, and this is why competitive FIFA will struggle. This is the reason why, if you've been following me as a YouTuber for a long time, you know me and my boy KSI, everybody knows KSI, JJ, a long time ago, we tried to put a competitive scene going on. We did a thing called VSG where YouTubers came together, try to make a real competitive scene and try to blow up the FIFA competitive scene. It kind of all fell apart because everybody played sweaty and people didn't really like watching it, and look at that cheesy goal right there. Anyways, competitive FIFA, okay? These pros are amazing. There's so many pros I can name right now that are just great players. There's people going 40-0 every weekend. There's people just doing amazing stuff in this game because they're good. But this is the problem with the competitive scene in FIFA. This game has too many things that makes FIFA too hard to be a competitive game. For example, in this game right here that you're watching, you can see that I was winning, but it was an up and down game, and we get to the score where it's 2-2. My opponent just somehow kept finding goals. Even though he didn't have the ball much, he kept finding goals. So when I make it 2-2, I eventually go on to make it 3-2. And then there's a counter-attack, okay? And on this counter-attack, he has one defender, one center back left. My man Cristiano Ronaldo gets the ball. I have Weah and Aubameyang split into each wing and one defender in the middle. So all I gotta do is put a through pass into one of them, run down the field, sweat it back, win the game 4-2, GG, it's over. Instead, Cristiano Ronaldo auto clears the ball. I guess the game thought, you know what, 10 minutes left or 20 minutes left, whatever it was, we're trying to hold on to the lead. He just bombs the ball forward. He just bees it by himself. He auto kicks it. This auto passing, this auto kicking, this will hurt FIFA from ever being something massive competitively, guys. Because if you look at games like League of Legends and Counter-Strike and stuff, it comes down to the player. Yes, there is stuff that is overpowered, and the pros abuse the overpowered stuff. Overpowered champions in League of Legends, people abuse that. And yeah, there's things that are overpowered in FIFA FIFA and people abuse that. But when the game starts playing for you, for example, you're gonna see me defending a lot of times. I just play with my CDM or my center mids, and I let my defenders defend by themselves, because the game is, the auto stuff in this game is just, it's so dumbed down for everybody to be able to play it that it almost makes it too easy sometimes. Like the auto, like you'll cross the ball sometimes and the ball's coming right to my Cristiano Ronaldo, and my Vieira will just jump in and head the ball by himself, and I'm just like, yo, I wasn't even controlling him. Why is he heading the ball by himself? Why is my player passing the ball by himself? Why is my player shooting by himself? This feature needs to either be adjusted or completely removed out the game, because your player should not play when you don't touch it. When I lay my controller down, my player should not pass the ball or do anything I don't want him to do. It's my players, it's my team. I'm controlling it, not EA. So when EA starts passing the ball around for you and stuff, it's just absolutely nonsense. I absolutely hate it, and it should not be in the game. And I'm pretty sure the pros must complain about this stuff, because as much as the competitive guys want a good game and a clean game, stuff like this affects a game from being a massive competitive game and a massive competitive scene because of these things, because of the inconsistency in certain things. Like sometimes they auto pass, sometimes they don't auto pass. Sometimes, you know, when you cross, sometimes you see things like you see what my man Boateng did a little bit ago for me. My center back, he jumps up, heads the ball straight up into the air. Like, what is it? The game is too inconsistent with certain things that it makes the competitive scene hard to actually strive. And I hate it, because I really would love to see FIFA be so amazing and so big in the competitive scene, because I am a FIFA fanboy, man, and just seeing this game go on and be amazing is great. So anyways, as you can see right now, I believe at this point, I have it written down. I was 5-0. My opponent scores first, and this game was actually a very, 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 very difficult game. He scored, actually, I'm 4-0 right now, I think, something like that. I score a goal right there with way to tie it all up, and right now, I'm just trying to place Elite 2 or Elite 3. Not for me, not for bragging rights, not to be in top 100, for my channel, for you guys, for my viewers, for the people who support me day in and day out. The one thing I can do is, I'm running a mega team because of you guys. Because you guys support me, I'm able to open these packs and play the game so much. So I want to place highly so I can give you guys amazing packs week in, week out, and you guys can see what the rewards are for placing Elite 3, 2, 1. I want to show you this stuff. I want to be able to bring this to my audience. So I'm just playing I've never played a FIFA so much in my life, guys. I've always spammed FIFA loads, but I've never played a FIFA as much as I'm playing this FIFA, because I just want to give you guys a lot of gameplay and good gameplay and place highly so I can give you guys the good packs, and so you guys can see stuff that a lot of you guys aren't able to do because you don't have as much time as me to play the game. If any of you had as much time to play the game as I do, you would be probably 100 times better than me, because I don't even think I'm a good player, man. I'm just trying to win a lot of games, make sure I get elite. I don't know how that's not a foul right there. That's another reason why FIFA's going to struggle to be amazing competitively or have a competitive scene, because I completely fouled him right there. His player falls over, the ref gives no foul, I score at 3-1. The game was pretty much GG, and I scored an incredible header here with Vieira. But like I was saying, had my opponent, and this goes both ways, man, had that foul not happen, the game stays 2-1, he probably scores, we go to extra time. Instead, he gets fouled, I score off of it, and he loses the game, and that's GG. In his 40 games, he takes an L. This game is where it gets incredibly difficult. This guy has an awesome team, man. Vidal in the midfield, Henderson was amazing for him, and Luke Shaw was incredible. So we start this game off with him scoring a pretty cheesy goal. Let's be honest, man. Neuer saves. I thought he was offside. He wasn't. He scores. Actually, that goal actually was offside. Excuse me. So that goal was offside. I accelerate with Weah because I'm playing the counterattack football, as you can see, and I get a really cheesy goal for me. My goal is extremely cheesy. I scored a lot of those goals. I have so much pace up top that the ball rebounds, and I'm usually the one there to get it. Right here, man, I pulled Roberto Carlos. I hate when I do that. I can't stand it. I move Roberto Carlos. The only reason this guy scored is because I pulled Roberto Carlos, and I was beating myself up over that because it's just a massive mistake on my part. And then with Roberto Carlos in the 55th minute, I get a red card, and that red card is actually going to be the reason we take our first L. So we were 5-0, and we were on track to really make a push for this Elite 1 this year. I know it's only 5-0, but once you get that momentum behind you, baby, that's what you need. But I take an L right here, and this L was the worst L to take, Booyah Nation, because I wanted to go at least 10-0 before I took an L, but that first L got me playing. I was all shaky in this game. I went into my next game right after that. I think this is game 7 for me, and I was 5-1 now, and this was game 7. I just knew I had to make a comeback. Rico with a banger in the 2nd minute or the 3rd minute, and that kind of got my, like, you know, my shakiness to go down. But like I was saying, man, the game is fantastic. The squad builder things they added in Foot Champions makes the game extremely fun. But the auto passing and these little things really hurt the gameplay, man. Although this gameplay is really good and there's not that many things that are broken with it. Obviously corners were messed up, but they addressed the corners from what they say. But the auto passing is something that really needs to be dumbed down. If you follow people on Twitter and follow a lot of the, look at me on penalties, yo. Just this guy gets a red card and look at me on penalties, yo. I get another penalty in this game and I'm just a disaster on penalties. Regardless, if you follow a lot of the guys that play the game competitively and do really well within Foot Champions, you see a lot of them just constantly complaining about the auto pass and the auto shooting and the auto stuff in the game, the auto defending. It's a little bit difficult. That right there, I didn't shoot that with Weah. I swear to you guys, Weah scored that goal by himself. I did everything else with my other players, but Weah just banged it by himself. Auto head that ball. Okay, it worked in my favor there, but honestly, that shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be a thing where EA breaks it down for you. It should be the person having to break it down, because my opponent ends up suffering a third goal all because I knew nothing about it. My player did it by himself. So I think it's a little bit cheesy. Regardless, going into this game, I take my second L. So right now we were 6-1 and we go to 6-2. This is the first time in any Foot Champions that I've taken 2 L's this quickly. So now I'm like, oh my God, like for me to place Elite 1, I got to go on an incredible streak. I can't lose for another like 2 games. I can't, I only have 2 more losses. Otherwise I can't get Elite 1 no more. And I only have like this many losses to get Elite 6, because 2 to get Elite 2, you got to get 33 wins. So I'm all panicking now. Now I'm like completely like flustered. And this is the funny thing about it, man, is that if you follow me on Twitter or on Instagram or my vlog channel, you see that I beast and feast in Division 1. I'm walking Division 1, and Division 1 I feel is more difficult than Foot Champions. And you're probably like, well, Skills, if it's more difficult, why are you taking losses? I don't know. Division 1 is so difficult. The people in there are so good. But yeah, I'm winning it without even taking losses. I'm getting title after title in Division 1, and then I come into the Foot Champions, I'm taking L's to people that probably aren't even in Division 1. I'm taking L's to people that are probably in like Division 5 or Division 6. It's mental to me. I couldn't believe it. But I'm taking a lot of dumb L's that shouldn't be taken. I see this formation a lot, man. The 4-3-3 false 9. I think that's the false 9 one, right? Yeah, it is. I see this formation a lot, and it's actually giving me problems, man. As you can see, we go penalties. I'm not even showing you no gameplay because we played to a 1-1 tie, and we go straight to penalties, and I missed the first penalty. So now, you know, it's looking like I'm about to take my third L. I was literally feeling like if I mess this up, I'm done. Like, there's no chance I get Elite. I'm going to be playing for like Gold 3 at this point if I mess this game up, so I better get it together. Big shot from my man Aubameyang to keep us alive, and at this point it's 2-2, but I have to save one of his, otherwise it's over, and I cannot miss. Ricosta puts the top net, beautiful. My man Neuer comes up with a monster save on the boy Neymarzito. Cristiano Ronaldo tucks it into the back of the net, and I needed this, man. I needed him to choke. Griezmann doing all these little stutter steps. He hits the post, and I end up winning a very close game. And that's the win that kind of redeems the loss I took for the red card, because I took a red card that game when I lost with the red card. I shouldn't have lost that game. I did lose it. Even with the red card, I outplayed the guy. But this game, I don't think I should have won. Okay, I did beat him on stats, but I'll get lucky on penalties, and that's me, I guess, redeeming the red card. We move on to the next game where the guy has a 4-3-2-1 with Neymar, Benzema, and Gaetan. Now, I saw Neymar and Benzema loads tonight, and the Sergio Ramos in the back. Yo, he is so annoying to play against. Jordi Alba and Sergio Ramos. And look at this. I'm not sure how Weah is not offside here. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know if it's because his player played it backwards, if that's what the game registered, but somehow Weah was onside, and somehow I'm up 1-0 16 minutes in, even though this game was a game where the guy was actually controlling the game completely. I could barely touch the ball. I get him on the counter. Like I told you guys, I'm playing for the counter this week, man. This is me purposely playing this way, going into every game. Even if I feel I'm better than my opponent, I'm doing this to them because I wanted to see if I could place Elite doing this, because a lot of people do this to me. They get no possession, they win the game, and I'm just like, wow, and I'm over there frustrated. And I say, you know what, I'm gonna play this style, man. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna sit in the back, I'm gonna wait for them to make mistakes, and I'm gonna hit them on the sweaty like this right here, late in the or early in the second half. Look at that breakaway right there. I make it 3-1. And the sad part is this guy outplayed me, and I am murking him. I'm murking him. And you could be like, oh, it's because you got Ronaldo and Weah and this. Dude, I would do this with Musa and Sterling. You could just sit back, relax, and then just hit people on the counter. It's so annoying, yo, because eventually your opponent gets so frustrated from it. And look at this, just luck at this point, yo. I steal over Ronaldo, falls to Vardy, I smack it, Vardy makes it 6-2, and we advance. Like, it's such a cheesy tactic, but it's working. That drops us into the top 92. in the world in the foot champions. So that was a cool little push right there. And like I said, out of 12 games, the best we can do right now is get to get 10 wins, because we did take 2 losses. I told you it's gonna be 12 games this episode. Up next, we see Vardy, Shaqiri, and the boy Nedved. Very scary front three. Again, a 3-4-2-1, which is giving me a lot of trouble. As I said, the 4-3-2-1s and the 4-3-3s are giving me trouble right now. Good ball into the middle. Aubameyang tucks that one into the back of the net, and we take an early lead again. And this is when it's crucial. When you take that early lead, I can sit back and defend. And this is another thing, man. All week in Division 1, I was winning Division 1 without conceding goals. And then I come into the foot champions and I'm conceding the dumbest goals, man. I don't know what's going on, but I'm conceding just dumb, stupid goals. I make it 2-1, then I make it 3-1 with a beautiful header from my boy Weah. He tucks that one in. Not only is he a beast of the speed, but he has a great head on him as well. This guy makes it 3-2 off of a cheese goal, man. Did you see that goal? This is foot champions for you. Then he comes down and makes it 3-3. I was up 3-1. The boy Nedved tucks it in. At this point, he's dabbing on me. Then we move into extra time where I get Vardy through. Vardy looking to do something. He thought I was going to sweat it down. I was like, you know what? I'm taking this with Vardy. I'm not passing. I'm making it with Vardy. And I make it happen with Vardy. He sends us into the top 60 in the world. And that was a massive win. And I want to say that was like that was actually our 10th win right there. Right there was our 10th win. So in 12 games, we won 10. We lost 2. It put us in the top 60. Now, I've played a few more. I'm not going to tell you what happened because if you guys want to see those, smash a big old thumbs up, man. If you want to see all 40 of my games, I'll do it, man. I'll chop it all up and I'll show you gameplay and show you what I'm doing. But I went 10. I won 10 out of 12. Not really good enough, if you ask me, but it's still good. I'm not gonna, like, I keep putting myself down. I can't do that, man. I won 10 games out of 12. That's massive in FIFA. I gotta stop tripping. I gotta take that and just do my best and try to make elite. We're in the top 60 at the end of this one, and then right now I'm in the top 20, so hopefully I can keep it going. I hope you guys enjoyed this, Booyah Nation. If you did, smash that big old thumbs up, man. Make sure to subscribe. If you guys want to see the rest of these gameplays, hit that thumbs up, and I'll bring you Foot Champions gameplay as much as you guys want, and I hope you guys enjoyed, man. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. One of the best career modes we've ever done. Do you guys remember the Barcelona squad that Guardiola had like his first season or 2 at Barcelona? They were so dominant, so amazing, that people found them boring to watch. A lot of times you would watch Champions League, and when you would read Twitter, it would just be like, oh, this Barcelona team is so good that people rooted against them. They were so great on the ball and so dominant that people found them boring to watch. That's kind of how I feel about this Manchester United career mode. My goodness, did we do amazing things.